the measure you just left, which is do, right? Just like one sloping line. Your destination note is the A. You're finally getting to the resolution, right? But you're curving around on the F sharp, right? Right? That's a curve around. So that's not one you want to poke. You want to round out the F sharp. Let's do that again there. Okay, now show me what the left hand's doing separately under there on that very measure. Okay, let's make sure we get all three notes. All three notes. Right. Resolve. One pen. Right. I would make that second beat lighter than your A, right? Your second beat lighter, and it blends. It's a blend. Exactly. Okay, now let's put the two hands together for those two measures. You remember we talked about the curve around on the F sharp? You're really going toward the curve around. The G sharp doesn't want to smack down, that's for sure, because it's a leading tone of a scale, right? The seventh note of scale does not want to go poking out. You're not doing that, but I want you to loop the G sharp over to the F sharp is the note that is the sub destination before you resolve to the A. It's a sub destination. So and here's the other thing, because it's a thumb, it likes to crash, right? So you want to go around your thumb. Right. The whole idea is go around your thumbs, no matter what you have here, go around your thumb. Yeah, I want to hear a little more separate hands on the right hand, so you capture what you want to do before you add your left hand. That was better. So you need a little more F sharp but it needs to round out. A little more F sharp, but not a pokey F sharp. A round, leaning F sharp. If some reason it's finding that G sharp that's a problem, that's because you're going 1, 3, 1, 2. You got to swing over to the G sharp, right? You got to swing. It's a tricky place. That's what I want you to do. I want you to do some rhythms. I want you to do some rhythms. Watch. You're going to go 1, 2, 1. And give a swinging motion to it. Do da do dee do dee dum. Do dee do dee dum dee dum. Again. Da da dum ba dum ba. Okay, now I want you to do the whole thing with the ornament and go through it. Okay, now do it straight as written. Super better, super better. That's what you have to hear in your head. So you're leaning on the F sharp, but you're not using a pencil point finger, right? Right. It's like when we do our little 5-finger positions and we go do. We're leaning on certain notes, but we're not poking the notes we're leaning on. We're rounding them out. It's the same idea here. But ya da da ti wa. Right, sometimes syllables help. Do you know that? Syllables help you, shape with the right syllable, because you're not going to go D, da, do, da, right? D, ya, u, wa might work. E, ya, u, wa. Okay, now put it together with the left hand. That's better. That's better. Alrighty. And we at least got rid of all the stuff with the G sharp. Okay, now what you have to do, when you do this kind of like, spot practicing, then you have to go back, say, 2 measures where you lead into it. And a good place would be 2 measures because it's a new phrase. So let's go from 2 measures to the end of that section. Okay, 2 measures back. Traction here, traction here, because you have the traction right. But still, you need to, what? You need to shape your left hand how we do it. We go bum, 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 most of the big sound is going to come in the right hand. Right? But shape your left hand, that's the point. Okay, because remember you have to have a spongy approach to your chords, right? The spongy sound. And it's horizontal while you're doing horizontal right hand too. And slower. Well, certainly that measure that we worked on is so much better now. Okay, now when you do it again, play a bit slower so you really zone in on, you know, everything you want to do musically. Zone in musically. How do you want to start that B, C sharp, D? Well, what do you want to hear yourself do? I think I would like to, like you're starting a scale. Exactly. There's a lot of curving inside of all of that, right? There's like little loops and curves, yeah? You know, like you start a scale, you never start a scale like da, 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 do you? You go, that's the point. Loop it. That's so fast. Well, you've got plenty of time on that third beat though, right? A third beat of your di-da-da-dee-da, three ends, right? Don't rush into it. Yeah, if anything, take a huge amount of breath there on the three ends so they don't race into the next ornament, right?
Oh, okay.
It was much better though. Here we go. And
I'm going to start.
Yeah, the A major section. Remember to think. Listen, wait. You have to hear before you play inside your head. So, answer. Because you know what's tricky about that? You have 1 3 1, 2 1 4 3, and then you have 3 4 3. You're used to 1 3 1 on that ornament. It's the same notes coming back, right? Only now it's 3 4 3, which makes sense because 3 4 3 fits there. Yeah, it starts the same, but it isn't the same. So you dominant, tonic, right? That's the relationship of those two measures. Lean on the dominant, resolve to the tonic. Breathe. Oh, breathe. You've got to breathe. So you have to say, and take a breath, and really have to be breathing along with all of this. Monitor your breathing as you're playing.
Okay.
Because then you're emphasizing that pokey 5. Yeah. It's a rolled measure. It's a rollout. Would you say that's a rollout? It's definitely a rollout. What makes it hard is because you have to go over your thumb to your, yeah. Now, of course, that last note is the dissolved, totally dissolved A. You're dissolving into what? Your tonic. Your tonic. You have to totally dissolve the A. Yeah, I'm talking about the left hand's fine. It's the right hand. Don't want to trounce that A, you know, full hard on the A. If anything, come under that A. Yeah, think of what is the sound you want on that A. When you just get to that A, what is the sound you want? Right, you want more of this. Right, just this. That's it. That's all I want to hear.
Okay.
And I don't want it to be a finger poke or a pencil point. Yeah. That wait, the ornament gets stuck. So let's hear it in the right hand. Relax. Okay. Yeah, for some reason that G sharp, you get a little bit tense thinking about going to that G sharp. Yeah, I'm talking about that first G sharp. But
that measure, I begin to have trouble actually on the
131.
ornament. Yeah, because I'm not finding the right shape in my hands, and so it's kind of not coming off well. I sometimes try to come down on the thumb.
Go around your thumb. Go around your thumb. Go over it. Like it's not there. Well, I mean, just think of it as a very light, feathery finger, and you're going around your thumb. Can you practice just this, like this? See, look what happens with your hand. Your hand's moving this way, right? Your hand is kind of going from here to there. Isn't that what's happening? Yeah, because you can't keep your hand just like this, or you won't make it to that G sharp. So your hand has to be go a little bit sideways. Actually, it's going sideways. Is it not? Look, it's already here. And then what happens is 5/4. You're already there. And then forward. Yeah, think of dead weight. Right. Now, I wait it together. And rhythms, I think we did rhythms a few times. Here's what I do. It's a lot of swinging. Here's what I do, a lot of swinging. I really make a swing out of it for now. And forward, and forward, da-dum. Again. Da-dum, and forward, da-dum, ba-dum. Again. Da-dum, da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Good, now straight. Da-da-da. Works. You have to go back to the rhythm. Right, yeah. This rhythm, this is a dotted A16th rhythm, but it's only as good as you're swinging through it, right? Like when we do those rhythms with the scale, we always start right. You have shape to it. That's what you have to do. Swing and swing and swing. Swing. Now straight. Yeah. That rhythm is so good to loosen you up so that you don't get, glitched or trapped in a note. And you can't get out of it because you're always swinging your arms and swinging into everything. Listen to that. So you have to learn to do the rhythm. If you're going forward with your wrist in the rhythm, it stops the smacking because it's a shock absorber. The wrist is a shock absorber, right? Even if I, right? See, I lift those notes. But if I do, and swing, only works as good as you're relaxed into the dotted eighth rhythm, dotted A16th rhythm. I think that's going to help. It loosens you all up. For those, especially the ornaments can get really like, grabbing and squeezing them. They're really not to be squeezed. Look. I really do use my wrist.
That's it.
You can see me doing just this little motion. Yeah, because you have to start with that, or else where are you going to go after that?
Right.
Do the rhythm though. Da-dee-da, dee-dee-da-dee-da-da.